Hey bitches, we're back
Hey.
and we have a special guest today.
Hi, my name's Daniela. I can also go by Danny. I have a mobile bookstore called Danny's Bookshelf and More.
All right, that's exciting. I love books,
Same.
so I got her into reading, regardless of what you might say.
Whatever.
I'm the one who got her into reading.
Whatever. It was the 50 Shades of Grey. And Harry Potter.
50 Shades of Dude.
I think we've all read 50 Shades of Grey.
When it first came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I think I was like, 17?
When it first came out?
When it first came out?
How old? I forgot to ask. If y'all don't mind asking, how old are you?
I'm 30.
30.
No, I'm 31. I don't know.
You're gonna be 31. So we're gonna
Okay, I'm
be 31
30.
this one. We're gonna be 31 this year. And you?
Okay. 37.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm old.
You look great for it though.
Thank you.
So that's always a plus. Have good genes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got like white people genes, so
She's all type of messed
yeah,
up.
I'm all type of messed
Oh my
up.
God.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So give us 3 fun facts about you.
I have 4 kids.
Okay.
I lived in Oak Cliff.
Okay.
I know, weird fact, but
you is in the ghetto.
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, of course, I love to read. Yeah. And
Okay.
I picked up reading when I was in ESL, so I was an ESL kid.
Oh, you were one of those.
Yes.
You were a hot Cheeto person?
No.
Oh.
No.
No, see that's funny. I was the energy drink with hot Cheetos person. That was me. I had the Monster, like the giant ones, the big ass bag of hot chips.
I was the one that had my orange juice from McDonald's. That was me.
See, I don't even think that when I was in school there was like a hot Cheeto girl. I might have been, but I didn't know.
You're 37?
Just not that much older than us.
So you're like my sister Brenda's age.
Mm-hmm.
What year did you graduate?
2006.
Yeah, so you're, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, I think either Brenda or Erica's age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I went to a really a school that had like a lot of drugs going on, and we had metal detectors. It's funny because we were just talking about that the other day, me and my husband, and I was like, why don't they just have metal detectors at the schools? And he's like, you had that? I was like, yeah. He's like,
I had that.
Did you not?
he didn't.
Because he grew up here in Garland. Keep in mind.
He was making fun of me because he said, to me that was the norm.
I
And
thought it
going
was
in,
normal.
like, and checking your backpack,
Yeah.
checking you in with the
Yeah.
wand. He doesn't have that. He didn't
What?
have that. My kids don't have that, so they make fun of me for that.
Well, I know I went to Brian Adams. Brian Adams was like, take off your backpack, walk through the metal detector, and if it beeped, of course, and you have steps aside, and
Yeah.
I thought it was normal.
We had that, and I went to Seagoville.
But
And Seagoville wasn't even that
doesn't
bad.
have it because when we talk about it, my nephew's like, "What type of high school did y'all
Yeah,
go
my
to?"
kids too.
Really? So
No, Saxy
I
doesn't have
thought
it.
I assumed with like all the like school shootings and like shit like that all the schools would
No.
have them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's not much older than me. And he went to Garland.
So for Saxy, do you have to like live in the area or?
Well, Garland, Rowlett, and Saxy are in the same school district.
They go with Garland ISD, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like if I can't get Matthew into an academy, he's gonna
Use Brenda's address.
he's gonna go to a Saxy.
Well, it's also open for other. You don't have to.
I usually do the choice.
Yeah.
The choice because my kids don't go to school in our area. I got one that goes to Oak Cliff for middle school because believe it or not, the best schools are in Oak Cliff
Yeah.
for like tag and like stuff like that. They're great.
Yeah.
So he goes there, and then my other two, they go. The second oldest boy is in his last year. He's in fifth. So they go to a school in Pleasant Grove. But that's funny because that school is so much better than the ones in Seagoville.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't ever have issues. The principals know who I am. The staff know who I am. Like, it's actually a really good school. But it's like, I don't know. Matthew might have to go to over there.
I recently went to the Bishop Arts, and like you have to. I used to live on 8th Street, and 8th Street was like the worst. Like I used to be scared driving to my house, honestly. And now, like I went there recently, and it's changed a lot. It's not the same. Yeah, no.
We went. I took my dad to East Dallas not that long ago, right? And we grew up over there off of Monarch. Girl, we drove by my old elementary school. We went like around that area, and it's like
Better.
girl, it's whitewashed as fuck. I mean, like they had like the townhomes all on one street,
And all the
bougie apartments all on one street, like, and then you have like a couple of the neighbors who refuse to sell. So you have like these tall fucking
that.
buildings, real nice, tall windows,
It's like-
real pretty, and then you got this rinky-dink ass house
Right
smack in the
yeah.
middle,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, rundown house here, bougie buildings on the side, and you're just like,
They're starting to do that here in Garland too. It's not as bad,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like a skater park right down the street on Miller, and then to me Miller is like the bad part of Garland. Well, not that bad, but it is like different. And like now you're starting to see that happening, like the gentrification.
yeah, that's what it's called.
I
And
was like, I know there's a word for it.
Yeah.
You said whitewash.
I said whitewash. My bad if you get offended. But no, but really, it's just like, I don't know. For me, it makes me sad because it's like, eventually, that's all we're gonna have. But then
We're gonna be like our parents. I remember back in the day, this was never here.
I'm getting to that point.
yeah, I do that now. I go like whenever I see my dad, I'm like, "Apa." I'm like, "This is new." He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "That shit wasn't here." I remember I used to walk to the park. They haven't touched the park.
No?
They haven't touched the park yet. But the park's so damn run down, they're gonna touch it. So
They're gonna touch it
I'm
soon.
like,
You just gotta
man, like it's bad.
But I mean, it's also good because our kids will never get to see what we see. Like,
Oh,
they'll get
hope
to see
not.
the nice.
I don't want my kids to be how we were.
Like, I'm so glad at 16 I was out and about. I don't know about y'all. And then my kid now, he's like they said, those TikToks, he's scared to take out the trash at night.
At 16, I had to sneak out the house.
Yeah.
My parents were so strict.
Mine were strict, so
I think, and then with me now, I told my daughter, she's 12, she just turned 12, so I was like, if you, in the future, if you ever want to go out with your friends, let me know. If you let me know, and if I tell you, okay, you want to go out with your friends, I need you to clean this up, and you do it, I'm going to let you go out. I'd rather
Yeah,
you be honest with me than I don't want to raise sneaky kids.
See, but
Yeah.
but then also, they cannot. Well, in mine 16, they can't get away with anything.
well, no, because we did it.
Yeah.
Because we know.
It was like we've done what you're thinking about doing and 10 times
yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Like you can't out sneak me.
No.
See, my oldest.
I did that shit.
See, my oldest tries. He tries like when we're fighting because he's me. My oldest is copy and paste, attitude,
For
everything. Me. So we bump heads a lot. But it's like he tries to gaslight me sometimes, and I'm like, you can't gaslight a gaslighter because I'm gaslighting you before you thought about gaslighting me. The fuck you-
Yeah.
What? And he's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. He's like, I'm not even mad. And now he's like, look at you. You're getting all mad. I was like, I know you're gaslighting me. Like you ain't finna make me be the problem. You started this argument.
No?
Like, it's crazy.
But then, like, I go to their schools, and it's like their teachers are so on board with the way they're growing up. It's like I don't know, I just like the vibe that the teachers give them. Like, they talk just like they talk, or, they have a way. They found ways to, like, get to
See, and
teach teenagers.
that's really good because a lot of them don't. Like, last year I had the issue with Abel's teacher. There was one lady, I didn't know I was on speaker at the time. And so, I mean, like, I was full on, like, cussing and everything. And he called me and he was like, Mom, like, Miss So-and-so's, like, mad. I'm like, why? I'm like, what now? I'm like, because every day it's fucking something with this damn ass teacher. Every fucking day she got a fucking problem with you. I'm like, every fucking day it's always something. And he was like, Mom, you're on speaker. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I'm like, that bitch always got a fucking problem with you. You could be breathing wrong and she's fucking calling me. I was like, I'm fucking tired of it. And he was like, see, she's tired of you. I'm like, you need to shut the fuck up, Abel. I was like, ain't nobody fucking talking to you right now. He's like, well, my bad. I was like, don't fucking start with me. And like the teacher, like you could hear the kids in the back, they were like, damn, like your mom cusses a lot. He was like, yeah, she's mad. And I'm like, shut the fuck, Lupito. I was like, shut the fuck up, Lupito. He's like, okay, jeez, I'm sorry. I'm like, be quiet.
Aren't you like, because you guys have kids the same age as me, like, don't you like go with the oldest and you're like, oh my god, I'm like the youngest one there, but then you go with the like the little ones and they humble you, you're like, dang, I'm the oldest in here.
Yeah. Actually, no.
No?
I'm the youngest.
No, I don't want to say I'm the youngest.
When I go to when I like, you know, meet the teacher or parent conference or whatever, middle school wise, is all these like older, you know, Mexicans, older parents, and I'm just like, damn, okay. And then I go to like my sons, well, like Elijah's, and it's just older Mexicans.
Yeah.
And I'm always like the youngest, and I'm just like, well,
I'm in the middle.
I'm in the oldest, like with my kids, like they say, dang, your mom's young, or your mom's so cool, your parents are so cool. Then when we go to like my little ones, it's like, I'm the oldest one in there.
I'm in the middle because, like, with my oldest, I'm one of the youngest. But then with my little two, I'm in the middle because it's like, you know, the old Mexican moms, like, they're still out here bumping beds and, you know, making babies. Like, you know, so a lot of the area where they go to school, a lot of the moms are like in their late 40s, early 50s, like they're older. And I'm like,
also, it's become more the norm too. Like, I have friends who are my age, and they're just starting now to have more babies. You know, they have like one that's like already out of high school or about to be,
and then they have like a kindergartner.
Yeah, or you know, they're pregnant now, or they're having newborn babies, and I feel like I waited a long time, but there's people.
Well, we've always said we wanted to have our kids before 30, because once we hit like 29, factory
that
was
was
shut
it.
down.
I'm like, if we don't have any more before I turn 30, I'm not going to have any more. And you won't catch me pregnant at 30.
So we're going to be outside.
Yeah.
By the time we turn 40, you're taking
the oldest
you're going to babysit.
Are able to drive us around and stuff. So, no.
See, for me, like, I can tell the difference. Like, with my little one, my oldest ones, I was, maybe I didn't have, like, a lot of patience. And then with these older ones, little ones, that's why my kids are like, oh, how come you don't get on to them?
But I feel like
it was the opposite for me.
Yeah, the youngest, for me, like the older ones, I didn't have patience. It's like like my boys, they taught me how to be patient. Like, I guess because I matured también, because when I had the girls, we were young. We were like, what, 17, 18 to have them? So I was still trying to be a teenager. I was still trying to be outside. And then with the boys was just like, well, I'm already old.
Well, look at
me.
I'm
I had
37,
patience.
but I still think like I'm 25.
I had patience with my oldest. My oldest was, up until he was like, when he was a baby, he was horrible. Fucking horrible. But once he started like talking and like things like that, it got easier. And then I had Matthew. It was still pretty easy. Like, Matthew was my easiest kid. He was like
nonchalant.
He was the baby that everybody wanted because he didn't cry. Nothing. He doesn't talk. He doesn't do anything. He was easy. My daughter,
Farrell,
I was like, no, I can't do this. My daughter, I have no patience.
So
none.
How do you guys find the time to read?
Oh, I zone them kids out. Fuck them kids.
I read at
I
work.
be like, talk to somebody else. I'm not
I
here.
come home. I made dinner. Everybody's eating. I get in my little chair. When I have my Kindle, my husband knows I'm gonna be reading. If the kids start crying, they better be bleeding, because I'm not gonna get up off of this Kindle.
Exactly. I know I get that question a lot. Like, how do you find the time with everything you got going on? I was like, my kids know. I have the book. They don't talk to me.
Yeah, like my oldest
I
kids
stay up
also
late.
know.
I stay up late. I read because, like, now, like, with all my kids in school, I have all the time. So, kids get out of school at, like, 3:20. I'm at the school at 2. I got an hour and 20 minutes. of peace and I can read, or I'm up late at night texting her about a book and I'm like, I'm on this chapter, and then I don't go to sleep till 3 and I gotta be up in 3 hours. I'm like,
I'll be doing that sometimes.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes, the books. Some books are so good. It's like, okay,
I'll be like, just one more chapter, and I'm just like, and then there was a time where I was reading a book, and I was crying. I remember I was crying.
Oh my
I texted
God.
her because she made me read the book, and then I was crying, and she's like, I told you, and I'm over here crying, and my husband heard me, and he turns around, he's like, who died now? And I was like, it was so perfect, and he goes, go to sleep.
Abel,
I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he said that, and then he turned around, like, I guess he woke up, and he's like, you're still fucking reading? I was like, yeah. He goes, oh my god.
my thing is, it's not even the crying, because like sometimes I have to I'll be like that crying, but what gets my husband is when like you get to a really good part and you kick your feet, like you giggle and you're like that. That's the part that wakes up Abel, and he'll be like, put it down and go to sleep. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, it's getting good.
No, my favorite thing to tell him is like when he doesn't want to do something for me, it's like my book boyfriend.
Yes,
We done it.
We
We've done that.
I'm like, I guess I'll just have to read into my book. For what? I was like, so he could treat me right.
yeah, yeah. I was like,
Hold on. So we have some questions for you.
All right. First one is, what made you open your small business?
I think the need for money, extra money. And then my daughter, she is like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gilmore Girls. I always say like she's like my Rory Gilmore. She loves reading.
I love
Since
the
she
Gilmore
was
Girls.
little. She's always asked me and begged me, like, take me to the library, take me to Barnes and Nobles. And so I just started looking into it. And I was like, you know what? I think we can do this. I started seeing like there was a few, but not a lot. And surprisingly, there's more readers in Houston than
Yeah.
here in Dallas.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I saw that on TikTok. Houston is really, really big with like their
Well,
book fairs,
they
their
have
book
a-
festivals. Like they
have a
even have
reading-
balls and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it. Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? We need to bring this
To Dallas.
to Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to get the ball rolling. And I was actually just out with my husband one day, and I was like, you know what? I've been thinking about doing this. And he surprisingly said, go for it. So I was like,
Oh, she answered
Okay.
another question.
Yeah.
So we were gonna ask, how supportive is your husband with your
oh,
business?
he's supportive. Like he goes with me. Actually, he sells Hot Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
He's like he can like, he has really good luck about finding some, and then he also had like a big collection of them in my garage, and I was like, you need to get rid of some. You need to do something.
Yeah.
So I signed us up for a market, and I was like, you need to put your little table and see how you do. And he was like, I don't know. And yeah, surprisingly,
You'd be surprised.
it's been
Yeah.
going really good for
Oh,
him.
that's really good.
So we do it together sometimes. He goes with me. And so when I go by myself, I go with my daughter, and he takes care of the kids. So
Okay, I've
that's
done that
awesome.
before. Like whenever I do pop-ups, my husband comes with me, and then my mom takes care of the kids, and like it's me and my sister, right? We do them, and then my husband will leave, go pick up the kids, and he'll walk the little pop-up with them, and he'll stay until it's time to like put up and stuff.
yeah, when we have to do it together, my mom would watch the kids. She will watch them. My mom also has her little side business, so I also do that with her.
Oh, what does she do?
So you know those live characters like Paw Patrol or whatever
Oh,
that
yeah.
you bring? She has that. And
Oh,
so
okay.
I sometimes help out whenever they want somebody to do games with the kids and things like that. I do that. But it's not like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
But I get, like, she was trying to bring some business for us to do on the side so we can, make
Yeah.
more money and together as a family. So my older kids actually put them on.
Oh,
And so we're all
okay.
doing it together.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I love that. What's your most popular book or book series sold?
Ooh, I think the Hunting Adeline.
Hunting
Really?
Adeline?
Yeah.
Really?
I couldn't get into it.
I'm telling you, look, there's a part, it's gonna be a little graphic, but there's a part where he like breaks into her house after he like cut off this guy's hand because she was trying to piss him off, and she did. So the guy like grabbed her or whatever, and he was like, he texted her and was like, I'm gonna cut off his finger, like his hands, if he touches you again. She was like, you ain't gonna do shit. Fucking did it. And he like stuck him in a box and put him on her porch. And then he broke into her house and like fucked her in the garden house with a pistola. He was like,
Oh yeah, you told me about
yeah.
that.
I was like,
I haven't read it, but yeah, people go in there and look like dark romance.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and right now
it's weird. I know, guys, but
I'm actually stalking more like Latina authors.
okay.
So
I like that.
Yeah, so I have a pop-up coming up called Que Chula in Fort Worth, and so I'm actually I have like, there's a book that I just recently read called Solito. It's so cute. Like it's a memoir. So he actually lived it. And he said he wrote it because when he was crossing the border, he lost touch with the people that helped him out. So he wrote the book thinking that, you know, he might be able to reconnect with those people.
Oh,
But it talks
I like
about
that.
how he did it, how long it took him, and how, you know, as a 9-year-old, he did it by himself with like strangers.
Oh,
That's crazy.
So it's a really good book.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter too. That's the one that I just read. It touched my heart.
Did you cry?
Yes.
Because it talks about the stereotypes that are
And
kind of
also-
embedded into
Yeah. Also,
the Hispanic
like
household.
you're like how we were talking earlier. Like you do things not thinking that you're doing them, like your parents when you're trying to change.
Yeah.
But they're like, you're like, dang, like I really am like that. Like I
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
to change that. Yeah. Yeah. Like breaking cycles.
Yes,
see.
we're all about breaking generational
Oh, that's the whole point of
curses.
our podcast. Is,
Yeah.
it's kind of deep sometimes.
It gets in there.
What's on your TBR?
Right now, Fourth Wing.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys heard of Lana Ferguson, the Overruled book. It's like a little smoothie book.
No, I haven't read it.
That one. And then the Done and Dusted series.
Oh, I've heard
Which
of that
one's that
one. That
one?
one's in my TBR too.
Yeah.
Which is that one?
I Dawn and Dust.
It's like a cowboy romance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am currently finishing the Aquar series. Okay, so I have all the books, and I've had them for a little over a year, but I just have them like for decorations because TikTok was like, no, yes, no, it was like really iffy. They're like, it's really boring, and I'm like, they're like, you have to get through like the first 2 books to actually get into the series. But I got into the first book really easily, and so I'm on the last one. And Actar 6 is getting released next year, along with the Fourth Wing, the fourth book.
Yeah.
It comes out next year. So I actually really enjoyed it. So I've been trying to get her to read it. It's about fairies,
I just
but
finished,
it's really good.
I just finished reading the Wild series, the Wild Car, Wild Eye. That one
Okay, yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
It's real good. I just finished it, so now I'm looking for a new book.
Yeah.
I'm not reading that shit. I'm not.
Whatever. I even tried to get her to do Quicksilver.
Okay.
All right. So I was reading like the actual paper book, right? Because I bought it, but I was like, I don't know, I couldn't get into it. And then I guess I had it downloaded on my Kindle, and I was just reading it on my Kindle without knowing it was the same book that I was like, I don't like. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It was very good. And the next book, the second book, comes out in November, so I already have it pre-ordered.
Well, right now I'm in my cowboy era.
Yeah.
I'm into that right now.
I'm in my fairy era. I'm like into the fairies right now. So, but I really enjoyed the A Court of Thorn and Roses series.
Okay.
That one was really good. There's 5 books out,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you've read it, but it was just, I don't know, it was pretty badass. Like she becomes like this. It's like this human goes into the fairy realm because she gets kidnapped there because she killed a fairy, and it's like punishment. But then there's like this whole lore about breaking a curse and like all this stuff. So I was like, oh shit, she becomes like this real badass bitch. So
Do you guys
pretty
like
good.
self-help books or no?
Self-help?
No, I kind of live with my trauma, so I've like tried self-help books. My sister's really big into them. My older sister, she'll be like, "Oh, like this is a really good self-help book," and I'm like, "Good for you." I'm just here.
We ignore our trauma.
Yeah, we don't try to self-help.
We've tried, you know, like when people send us, you know, really, you know, bad emails. We kind of just like, of course, we give our opinion and, you know, we condolences, but then who the fuck are we to give advice? Because the way
we don't deal with
the
it.
way we deal with like postpartum and depression, we just kind of tuck it under and just pretend we're just fine.
And then we laugh about it later.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. What about you?
I only do them on Audible, because like I also like craft some things, or I do hand knitting blankets, and so I need something to listen to. And like I said, I'm not really big into audiobooks, but I will I need something to listen to, so I'll do them every once in a while. But I'm like the same way, like I'm trying to read a book so that I can forget about my
Life.
life.
Yeah. Same.
Yep.
So yeah.
What's your favorite genre?
I don't have one.
Now you like life death situation. What
Like,
would
if you had to pick one genre to read for the rest of your life, what genre would it be?
I think it would have to be a romance.
Okay. A romance?
To live in that fairy tale life.
Yeah, where you get the good husband and the happy ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I like that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which ones have we said? Oh, what's the most traumatizing book you ever read?
Yes.
Like the most saddest.
Which one fucked you up? Made you cry?
I think so far it would have to be Solito.
Solito?
Yes,
Okay.
just because like I hear about those stories about people crossing the border, but like he literally said as a 9-year-old imagine crossing, and then having my kids that little, and like I was like, are you capable of this? Like like having to go through that trauma. And he talks about living, like, crossing 2 countries and then having to learn our Mexican heritage so that he doesn't get caught. And, he talks about, El Salvador and Mexico, and it's like, dang, that is crazy. Like how.
It is. It's hard to think about, like, when my dad, because my dad crossed the border and stuff. He just became a U.S. citizen, but that was 40 years in the making or something like that. It's a really long time. But he used to tell us stories and stuff like that. He didn't come over that little. I think he was 15 or something. But even then, he was it was really hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, you leave your parents. You leave everybody you know, and you're just traveling with strangers, and the way you think about everything now is anything could have happened to you.
Yeah.
And nobody would have saved you. Nobody would have risked their life to get you. It's
from
scary.
what I remember, my dad came over here when he was 12. I think him and my grandpa had got into an argument, or my grandpa because my grandpa was very older Mexicans that
your dad took running away seriously?
He did.
Damn.
He did. So he ran away at 12. He went to California, and he said that he would just be under the bridge and iba a trabajar, or sometimes there was one time he said some construction workers were working, and he fell asleep in the construction that they were building, and they found him. And then one of the construction guys was like, "Pues si quieres trabajar, te puedo dar trabajo." Of course, back then, what is it, $2 or whatever?
Yeah.
So le daban trabajo, and at nighttime, pues, they will set everything up for the next day. My dad would just sleep there. And then the next day, the construction worker que le dio trabajo, le trajeba sus, comer, whatever his wife had made. And then from California, he went to Colorado, Vegas, just jumping up and down and stuff.
Wow.
At 12.
See,
Yeah, that's scary.
That
I can't
scary.
picture my 12-year-old
And I was
doing that.
what did my grandpa say? He's like, tu papá me dijo, vete a la chingada, cabrón.
See, and I'm an immigrant. I came here when I was 11, not knowing the language, nothing. But I had a visa, so for me, it's so much.
It's
different.
easier.
It's
Yeah.
easier, yeah. So just learning how, there's some people that have a lot more trauma, like crossing the border and things like that. I mean, I remember when I was young and somebody came to me in the bus and they're like, so, eres una mojada? And I'm like, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
That's so
I had
fucking
no
wrong.
idea what that meant. Like, I was like, what? Like, you come here and you don't know what the hell's happening. But your parents bring you, you know? It's like your parents' choice, not your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you learn so much stuff, that these kids hear about people who come from another country. And we're all Hispanic,
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people like, especially now. We're not going to get into like a whole political debate because that's not what this is. But I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, we come from immigrant parents.
Yeah.
Like, fortunately for us, we were born here.
Yeah.
We have papers, but it doesn't excuse the fact that we've been told our parents' struggles. We've been told what they've gone through.
Yeah.
Having to come over here, how it went before they met,
Yeah.
our parents. Well, at least, both of your parents came, but it's like, for me, like, my dad married my mom just to get papers. It wasn't even like, they fell in love or like nothing like that. It was just like, he married her. He took on 3 kids that weren't his because he wanted to get his visa. He wanted to get his green card. He did that. And then, yeah, my mom was like, okay, bye. Like, you have it. It's done. And he was like, no. He's like, I think I'm going to stay. So, yeah, like, he raised us. Like, we're all his kids. He has one that's biologically his, which is the baby. But he's never treated any of us differently or treated my mom negatively or anything like that. And it's one of those things, is like, we know where that struggle comes from. We understand what our parents went through. My parents, they had no communication skills because my dad didn't speak English, my mom didn't speak Spanish, so they had to teach each other. Like, that communication barrier was there for years, and it's like, now they think it's just like, oh, like, you can do it legally or you can do it like this. A lot of the times that's not the case. My dad's in his 50s and he just became a U.S. citizen. He's been married to my mom for over 20 years.
Wow. I just became a U.S. citizen last year too.
Oh, well, congratulations.
But it is a big struggle growing up because you are, I was 11, so I grew up in Mexico, but then I also grew up here. And like, some people, you're too Mexican, or you're trying to be like people from here. So I grew up always with that struggle of fitting in. And so, or letting go, also of that part of Mexico that's no longer with you because it's not who you are anymore. And, some people are like, oh, pues tú no eres de aquí, ¿por qué te estás comportando así? Or whatever,
You have to be more Mexican than the Mexicans and more American than the Americans.
Okay, Selena.
That's what it is, but it's valid, though.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, like, of course, my kids look at me and they're like, what? You're from Mexico? You don't, and I was like, don't you hear when I speak? I feel like I
have
do.
an accent.
Like, I have an accent. Yeah. Because I didn't learn. And then my daughter now, she's like learning Spanish because she didn't really pick it up. And I was like, girl, if I learn a whole another language when I was
You can
11,
learn Spanish.
You can learn Spanish. Yeah, exactly.
But, see, I didn't even notice that. Had you not said anything, I was like,
Yeah.
I would have thought you were just born here.
yeah.
Really? Yeah, that's what a lot of people said growing up. After they were like, wait, you're not from here? I was like, no, I'm not. But like I said, I always grew up with that struggle, and like now, I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Like, whatever you want to define me as,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What is the smuttiest book you've ever read?
So me and my girlfriends are in a book club. I was like, quick. And we just finished reading this book called, I know the second book was called Lured into Lies. Let me see the first book, what it was called. One of my friends picked it out. And it was very graphic. And she texted us, she's like, girls, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
The most graphic,
it was
the
gonna
better.
be this it's called Lured into Love. No, Blossom in Winter was the first one, and then we just read the second one. It was called Lured into Love, and then the third one is called Lured into Lies. But it's also crazy because she is a young girl who falls in love with her godfather, and they're like 20 years apart. And so in the book, I feel like he's grooming her, like he's obsessed with her.
Like
I was gonna say something.
The ribbon book.
I was gonna say something so.
I know,
disturbing.
Laura. I saw your face. Don't say it.
Okay, I won't.
That's crazy because we were looking for a tearjerker, right, on TikTok, and they kept saying the boy with the blue ribbon.
Oh, I've heard of that. I'm
Okay.
actually gonna stalk that book.
So we started it because we were really excited. It had great reviews, but it gave us the same vibe. We finished the first one, and then we started the second book, but we just couldn't get into it. So without giving like a whole bunch away, it's really sad in the sense of like when you hear the boy's story.
The first book is sad.
Yeah,
It is.
It's the boy's point of view. So he basically got trafficked as a human. His mom sold him to these traffickers, and then he runs away. Right? He ends up finding a baby in his backpack, and he was like, "Where the fuck did this baby
The
come
baby
from?"
belonged to the human traffickers.
Yes.
Wow.
And so he's like, tries to get rid of her. Then he feels bad. He goes and he steals her back from wherever he left her. And then it just talks about their story. Like,
Because he was, like 12 and she was like a year and a half?
yeah. So it talks about how he basically becomes a father figure at a really young age. And it's him telling his story about raising her and trying to give her everything she wanted, and him having trust issues with, grown-ups and like things like that. And then the second book,
And she's all grown up.
she's all grown up. She's hit puberty. She's,
I think she's like in college. No, high school.
She's in college.
College, right?
she's in college now, but it's her point of view of the story. And then she just talks about like being sexually attracted to him and how she makes a move and
he
like things like that.
He rejects her.
He rejects her and she like throws a tantrum, runs away, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And I don't know. It was just weird.
We didn't
because
like it. It was just like, what the fuck?
Well, see, this one, the first book gave me those vibes like, oh my god, like, what is, like, sometimes I read a comment on TikTok that said, we need to look into these authors' files because, like, what the fuck?
like that one author.
Like that one author in Australia, wasn't it? Or you?
Yeah, the one that says "Daddy's Little Toy" was the title. Did you hear about it?
No. So it talks about like, I think it's her dad's best friend. The little girl's 3.
Yeah.
The dad's best friend like is attracted to her, to a 3-year-old. So as she grows up, he starts like kind of grooming her and stuff, and just stuff like that. But in reality, it showed that the author has a 3-year-old as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the cover of the book is called Daddy's Toy, and toy is spelled out with toy blocks, kid blocks, right? Come to find out, you know how TikTok is. People deep dived in it, dived into her life.
It was a very disturbing.
It was really fucked up. Yeah. Like, it was talking about how he's always been attracted to her since he met her, and she's 3 at the beginning, so that's like,
Yeah.
you're a pedophile, right? But then she gets older. I don't give a fuck. They get older, and like he's groomed her up until she's old enough, and so there was like a whole bunch of bad things, like really twisted, fucked up shit happening in the book. So the TikTok deep dive into that author's life, they found where she worked, found everything.
She got arrested.
Called the cops. Apparently, she had a bunch of like photographs and stuff on her laptop.
Like
and
child pornography.
Yeah, like she had like.
Oh my god.
It was crazy, and
So
she
her
was like,
her
"No."
books got taken off the shelves. She got arrested.
Kids got taken.
Kids got taken. They started investigating her husband.
What the hell?
And yeah,
like it
that
was.
one was disturbing.
That one was crazy.
Well, no, this one, she was old enough. Just like not that old, But,
she was barely made the legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the second book, it starts getting more interesting too because he has a secret. And so we're trying to find out what the secret is, because I think he likes rough sex, like, so he kills somebody.
Oh, wow.
And he doesn't want to let her know, and that's why the dad and the mom of the girl are so against it, because they know what he's capable of.
Okay.
So
I might just read it.
yeah, it's a good book. It's a really good
Have
book.
you read The Last Letter?
Yes.
What did you think about
Oh my
it?
god! So there's this sentence or little paragraph that stuck with me, and it says, when he asks, what would happen? You're those kids center of the world, and she says, no, I don't like to think of myself as the center of their world, because what if their world, if something happens to me, then their world is over.
Yeah.
I'm just their gravity.
Yeah.
And that made me change my whole entire
Perspective.
of myself too.
Yeah.
So that stuck with me.
That's the one that
the one that had us crying.
That's
bad.
the one that she was like crying in the bed, biting her hand. And and then I was reading it at work, because she was like, when you get to the last part of the book, let me know. And I was like, okay. And I got to the chapter she told me, and I called her FaceTime, and I'm reading it. And I'm just like, oh, like, what the fuck have you made me read? And I'm just reading it. She's making a cake, and I'm bawling in my car.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't finish it. She's like, just finish it. I'm like really, really crying. And
that bitch made me mad. She made me mad because she should have just told
the kids.
Yeah.
And
I think the one sentence that really like got me sad was, after the whole ordeal, her and the little girl are sitting down, and she goes, I think when she said, she was like, we're the same now, Mom. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, we both got brothers. Both of our brothers are over there in the little island. And I'm over here crying, and she's over here smiling. She's like, at least, what'd you say? You said something. You're like, you know how I feel now. You weren't even there to pick up the phone.
Yeah. Because I tried to call her at 2:00 in the morning, because I was like, I need somebody to talk to about this. I was like, she needs to be awake, and she didn't answer. And I was so mad. I mean, like, I was like bad crying. Like, I was trying to hold it in, and I couldn't. And my husband was like, the fuck is wrong? I was like, he died.
Yeah.
He was just like, go to bed. I was like, you're not supportive. I need somebody else.
See, I read that and The Nightingale back to back. I was like,
Was The Nightingale?
Is it
That one's
good?
on my TBR.
That one is too.
oh my god, that's my favorite book.
I saw it
of
on
all.
TikTok. That's why I put it on my TBR.
Is it like heartbreaking?
It is because even though it's historical fiction, you know that some of those things really did happen. So it just to think back and see that what the people went through, it's heartbreaking. I just gave it to my best friend because I'm trying to get her into reading too, and she read Verity. She read
That
it
one
like
made me
a
mad.
day or 2 days.
I haven't read it yet.
That one made me so mad. I got into it and I was just like,
What is it about?
I'm like, you dumb bitch. Why?
It's like a dark romance thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really good.
It's good, but you're gonna get mad. Like, me and you are the same, but it's gonna piss you
And
off.
it's gonna make you think like, is she really saying the truth? Is she not? Like,
Yeah.
But I gave it to my friend because I'm trying to get her into reading too, and she like I thought she was gonna take like a week or long.
She read it quick.
in like
A day.
She's like she texted me like at 3 a.m. She's like, I can't put it down, and I gave it to my sister too. So now my sister's trying to pass it down to her friends too. I'm just happy like a lot of my friends have gotten back into reading.
Yeah.
It's just us too.
Yeah, it's just us.
Yeah.
I try my sisters, but they're
Well, see, I got my sister in a reading. I got my niece in a reading. So they're both on the 4th wing right now. So, and then after that, they're starting the Boys of Tommen series.
Have you read that one? Boys
No.
of Tommen?
No, what is it called?
Boys of Tommen?
No, I need to
Like
write
the
it down.
Saving Six, Binding 13.
Oh yeah,
That
it's
one.
on my TBR.
Okay,
Read
those
it.
were really good.
That one's good.
So they're gonna read those next, but like I bought each of them Kindles, so that's how they got into it. Because my sister's not really big on like hardcovers or paperbacks.
Little fun fact about bookstores and Amazon and Kindles. So Amazon is really trying to get the book, I guess like the whole business away from like small businesses.
Yeah.
So that's why they have, they have those books at a lower price than what we can give them, like Barnes and Noble.
Because you still need to make your own profit at the end of the day.
And they have their own like publishing or like printing, so that's why they're able to give them at a lower price. And that's why we always tell people, like, if you can go to like a bookstore, just support bookstores.
Well, I always go to bookstores. Now, if the bookstore doesn't have it, I do get it from Amazon.
There is another, there's called a website called bookshop.org, and whatever, if you buy from there, it's the same thing. You're going to get it shipped to your house, and then they give us money for you purchasing the book. It goes back to your local bookstore.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And there's also Libro FM. It's not like Audible, because on Audible you don't own those books there, or you run out of credits on the other one. Well, that one you get to keep the credit, and it's smaller, and then we get a profit too. So there's so many ways to support, bookstores. And there's not that many around here, but they're popping up.
I've noticed an increase in the.
What is it? What is that one over there? Blush? Is it Blush?
Blush. That's the one we need to go to next.
Have you been to Blush?
No.
We want to go there.
We need to go. We need to schedule a day to go.
There's Plot Twist is on my.
Plot Twist. I want to go there too.
Where's that one at?
That one's in Denton.
Yeah.
That's the one we need to go to too. There's one in Kenton. It's a dark romance bookstore. Okay, so like you walk in, I forgot what it's called, but it's some really like cute, like festive name. But you walk in and it's all like black. Ooh. So it's like, it's got the reds, it's got, like the little crows, like spooky dark romance vibes. And it's in Canton, and it looks really cute on TikTok. I've seen it. So
I recently, like I did last weekend, it was my birthday weekend, and I wanted to go to Houston just for the reading. They were having a pop-up, and I wanted to be in it, and I also wanted to see it. I wanted to just go, and I saw the difference, like a big difference in the bookish community, and I feel like we need to bring that more, like I said before, we need to bring that here, because there's just so much.
See, I know that there's actually a lot of book girlies and guys here in Dallas, because I follow the ball, like, where they throw like the fairy balls or like the book balls, whatever it is. I want to do one so bad. I want to go. I want to put on the elf ears. I want the fucking pretty dress. I want all that shit. I want to do it.
I think they're having one next year.
Yeah.
That's the one we were talking about going to.
Yeah. So they're doing one next year. But a lot of them are like, in Virginia and like places like far away. And there's so many people who are like, come to Dallas. Like there's a lot of them there.
A lot of authors don't come here for signings. Yeah. They go to Houston or even I think Austin sometimes, but they don't come here. Like Geneva Rose, she just went straight to Houston. I'm like, I want to see Geneva Rose, but I couldn't.
Like we have a lot of readers
you never
here,
know.
But there's
what if your event, what if it
blows
opens
up?
doors?
And that's what I'm hoping for. Like I said, I'm not trying to take away from the ones that there already is, just trying to bring more, because there's probably people who don't want to travel to that side of town, or they can make it on that day. And if we have another one, and
then there's also people who don't have money to buy tickets, who just want to like walk in and you never know. Partly they walk in and they see the book they want and they buy it. Because like we said, there's like, we're not gonna say the names, but certain vendors now are charging just to enter and go into the events.
Because I was looking up the tickets for that, because my sister sent it to me, and there's one actually later this month.
On the 28th or 29th.
Yeah, like next week. So I was like, damn. I was like, okay. So I went to look at the tickets, and I think it's like $30 just for the ticket.
And you have to, it's like between a certain time frame.
Oh, I've never been. I have applied because I do want to be one of their vendors, because it's a really good opportunity. But I think, like, to me, it's just like bringing more people. Like, we're in the Garland, Plano, Frisco area, and they might not travel that far, or they can't make it on that day, but we can bring, more people from other sides of town, or do it more often. Like I said, Houston has them very often, and you don't see like, oh, it's very slow because we're doing it too often. No, they get crazy packed every time.
That's crazy. Because we went to McKinney, right?
I took you to the McKinney location.
And
Okay.
it was open. It was outside and stuff, but it was a lot of vendors. A
Yeah,
lot.
there was a lot, and at first it wasn't super packed. They didn't get packed more towards like the end, but it was so hot.
Really?
It was really, really hot. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I also doing markets myself. This is my first year. I just started this in April, and like so, going through them now. I told my husband, I said, you know what, we're not doing any outside in the summer because
It's hot. It is.
It
hot.
is.
So, it's a whole learning curve of
Yeah.
what works for you, and I feel like when I first did my first one, I did it, and my mom and everybody were like, "Are you even gonna sell?" Because I started with blind dates with a book only.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, and so I went to a market, and my mom was like, "Are you even gonna sell?" And like I doubted myself, like too, because I was like, "What if I don't sell anything? Like I don't know who's into reading." Well, I was so excited. We sold out. Me and my
Oh, that's
husband.
good.
We sold
That's
out. Our
good.
first market was really, really good. Very encouraging. It was just awesome to see how many people were into reading, and that's when I found out like, oh, there's a whole community of
Yeah.
us readers out there, and so that's what kept me going. And then we've been to some where we don't sell anything. We don't sell shit, and it's discouraging, but then I'm like, no, that's how it is. Like, it's a hit and miss. Like,
Yeah.
like, it's not my whole business. It's more of I guess I gotta see it more as of a hobby too, because just talking books with people.
Yeah.
As a work from home mom, like, I don't get to talk to nobody. you
It's
know?
like this. Our podcast is our hobby. We don't get paid for it, but we do
Yeah.
it because this is how we rant, and
Yeah.
basically discover new people and what they're into and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. My husband's like, you gotta not think of it as profit, like maybe down the future, but right now you gotta think of it as something fun to do for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I like that.
I like that. Do we have any more questions?
Let's see. How long has your small business been running?
I started in April
Of this year?
Of
Yeah.
this year? Okay.
this year, yeah, and I'm like, okay, so my friend, I don't know if you guys heard of her, her business, she sells hot dogs. Her hot dog stand is called Uno Mas Fire Hot Dogs.
Oh, we had them at our pop-up. When me and my sister did a pop-up, it's like a little black car and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came to our pop-up.
Yeah. So
They're like the one vendor who sold out.
yes. So she's doing she was like, I think my son's birthday party was like the first ones where they went and they're like, okay, I told her, I said, you need to start vending. And so then she started and she started blowing up. And then I was like, you know what? I need to do something. I need to do something. And she was the one that put me on, like, hey, you need to try this market. You need to do this. Because I had no idea what market events were, what anything was.
Yeah.
And so she just told me, hey, try this out. And I did. And she's been helping me. And thanks to her, like, now we're both, I think we're always been like in the same wavelength when it comes to everything, our kids, our houses, our business, everything. And now we just get together here at Frida's every Tuesday and talk about it.
That's nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
but
I work.
she's my biggest supporter.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, she's not very affectionate, but I send her gay shit all the time.
It's just hard to find people like to find friends at this age that you
Yes.
really, really support and like grow close to, because it's just hard. You know, it's hard making friendships.
There's not a lot of girls out
Yeah,
there.
there's
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So I get it. It is hard. So
It's okay.
but it's like when you find some that are like very supportive and encouraging and things like that, it does make a big impact. So.
It does.
Fun fact: she didn't like me in high school.
She didn't like me.
I didn't like her either.
Oh, that's
I had a
funny.
resting bitch face.
Yeah, she said that I was stuck.
I was too friendly.
She says because you were so pretty and like all the kids wanted like to get with you, and like we just didn't like you because you were stuck up. And I was like, bitch, shut up.
Her first impression was I was a bitch because of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like her.
Yeah, and then we just got together like after high school. We would have the same kind of friends, so we started going out, and then like me and her just like got together, and we've just been inseparable ever
Yeah,
since.
same.
Yeah,
What? Like 15 years?
No.
Yeah, because baby Abel's 13.
Yeah, but we weren't friends. I didn't move in with you guys when you
I
were
was pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. So 14 years.
So then 14 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just funny, like we both lived in Webb Chapel, and then we both moved to Garland, and then we just, you know, had the kids around the same age too, and then like it's just been the same way like ever since.
All of our kids are back to back. Like if you put our kids in order by age, it's literally 13, 12, 11, 10, and then it pauses and it goes 4, 3, 2.
Wow.
And I only met her because of my husband, because they went to high school together, and then my husband was friends with her husband. So yeah, that's how we met each other.
Yeah, and then my husband and her husband, they get along super great.
Yeah.
So it's just
It all
worked
works out.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
like that. I like that.
Yeah. So it's just been me and her, and then sometimes we laugh. You know, we make little jokes where we try to bring in more friends, so we're like, no,
That's us. That's us.
It's not. It hasn't worked out. It's just,
I guess people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when we try that, it's just either they don't get our sense of humor, because I roast her about her dead mom. She talked shit about my grandma who died without no legs.
Like, we have a fucked up sense of humor.
Yeah. And
Same.
then when we talk about it, our husbands are like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
like especially my husband, he'll just be like, hers is like, you can't make fun of that. That's not something to laugh about. And we're like, eh.
no, when something happens to her, she'll pick up the phone and call me, and then you can hear her kids in the background. Are you calling Daniela?
That's our kids.
That's our kids. That's our
That's
kids.
our kids.
Why do you gotta call her, tell her everything? She's like, 'cause that's my only friend.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'll FaceTime her, and then my kids will be like, hi, Tia. Hi, baby. And then we're talking or whatever, and then my son, his girlfriend is her daughter.
Yeah, they're
Right?
in love.
They're in love.
He proposed and everything.
I'll be talking to her, and then he'll come. He goes, "Hey, you," telling her, "Hey, you, where's my girlfriend?"
Oh my
and then here
God.
comes her daughter.
I'm right here, boyfriend, like this. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my face.
So they're talking while we're trying to talk over them. It's just like a whole mess.
Yeah.
Well, I do have other group of friends, but I've like it's just me and her, and then I have other little
Yes.
groups. And I've tried to bring her in, but it's just me and her. Just like I said, we're just.
Do you have other
weird.
groups of friends?
I do have other groups of friends, but my groups of friends are like, how do I explain it? They don't mesh well with her.
Exactly. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, so they don't mesh well. Now, so it's more like my groups of friends, they live closer to me. Since she lives farther, so I see her like once a week, but I FaceTime her all the time. The other ones are like, okay, well, you're free this weekend. She's not free. We're gonna go here, or but trying to bring them all together is really hard because
No, she says she's like
the vibes don't vibe well because she's a bitch. So
No, my friend, she
I
says
am.
like I'm the ghetto loud girl, whatever. And
no,
I'm
that's me. But she's the more of like, she'll look at you and she'll be like,
I don't mean to. It's just how I am. Because you get with somebody and you see, like, you can
read the people.
You can read
Yeah.
it. And I don't tell her, but then I'm just staring at
You're
them.
like me, like if I don't fuck with you, I'm not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's
And then
her.
besides
I
that-
give everyone the benefit of the doubt, or I at least try to until it
I
backfires.
don't. And my
Until
husband gets mad
and then when
at
it
me.
backfires, she calls me and I was like, I kind of told you, but you know what?
I feel like nobody asked
that
you.
was
Just
your
listen.
friend.
We just had a friend like that, like that my friend like was friends with, and then like she just like totally went like crazy
Hey,
on
well.
her, and I said, I saw it. I saw it coming. But I didn't want to say nothing because, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes, and you don't want to be stuck in that way, and they're like, damn, maybe I can have friends because I'm like this. And my husband tells me, he's like, it's because you're not friendly enough. You don't talk.
That's my husband.
He can make friends anywhere.
My husband.
That's her husband.
That's my husband. Like we can go out and he'll if you bring your husband, he'll talk to your husband, and I'll just be like,
Yeah.
He'll make friends with
My
friends.
husband
Yeah.
is her. Like, if you approach him and you talk, like, he'll talk to you, but other than that, he's just like,
Yeah.
he looks like he's not happy, but it's just his face.
He'll bump me and he's like, talk.
That's
Yeah.
me.
Or my husband will
I'm
be
like, stop
like,
looking like
my
that.
husband will be like, fix your face. What the fuck you talking? This is my face. Well, look happier.
Yes.
And
Oh
I'm
my
just like, well, I
God.
can't. What you want me to do?
Sometimes he'll walk in and I'm like,
Yeah.
like grinning, and I was like, I'm just trying to be like you want me to,
Mhm.
like. But yeah, I'm the same way. Or I say everything with my face.
Yeah.
I have that bad
Yeah.
habit of like,
Yeah.
I'm like, hug, and yeah.
That's me. Well, besides her, I have like 3 friends, but I only see them here and there. Or like they'll be like, hey, we're invited, like kids' birthday parties, or if they want to, like if, let's say, we're doing something at my mom's house and she can't come, then I invite the other one. And then they come.
I don't know why we can't all be invited together. I'm
Because
a nice
sometimes-
person.
Because sometimes you can't come, you can't make it. Or sometimes if I do invite them, they can't come because of course they have kids as well.
Everybody in my family, my family, because I have family in the valley, and my Cali and my grandma, they all know Mayela, my friend, Mayela. And my husband's family, they all know her. They're like, oh, where's Mayela? It's like that. But my other friends, they do know them too. But like I said, they're just, I don't see them as often.
Yeah.
And then I also have a new friend that I just met at the gym a year ago. And so Mayela's like, oh, I see you be hanging around with your friends.
That was me. That was me.
And I was like, well, it's because sometimes she has a lot going on because she recently made her hot dog business full time.
Oh,
So
that's
they
awesome.
have a lot of pop-ups or private gatherings or whatever that they have to go to. And so my other friend lives close to me, and then we have kids the same age too, and then we work out together. So we're kind of, and then she's at home, and then so we go out together a lot. And my friend Mayela is like, oh, you're hanging out with your other friend.
That's me. That's me.
But I say you'll always be my number one.
Yes, we say the same thing.
Yeah.
But you've met them though.
Yeah.
At my baby showers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just, for some reason or another, like I've always I do meet other people that they don't stick, but my Yela is always,
Yeah.
we already know each other well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, even if we don't end up being friends, we're each other's kids' godmothers, so
Yeah,
we're gonna have to be
it's
each
not
other's
really-
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's really not a choice for us not to be friends with.
It's just like I said, it's really hard to trust people, especially at our age too.
Yeah.
It's hard to find them.
Yeah.
I think that's it for today's podcast, right?
Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to like and follow us on Sisterhood Confessions
On TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube.
and YouTube. And then don't forget to follow.
My TikTok and Instagram is Danny_bookshelf and more. And then I'm having 2 book fairs. One October 26th and one October 19th. One is at Intrinsic and then one is at Lakewood Brewery. So
Yeah, she's
And
gonna
then-
send us the flyer so we can go ahead and post it up on our
Yes,
socials.
we'll go ahead and upload those on all of our socials. So if y'all want to come get a book or meet us, because we will be at one of them, we'll let you know which one. Doing live interviews and stuff like that. So y'all are more than welcome to come out and buy a book, buy your book lover
bring
something.
your kids.
You can bring your kids
Or leave them kids at home.
or leave them kids at home because fuck them kids sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Either way is good.
but
bring
thank
your
you for
money.
coming.
Yes, thank you.
And
Thank you.
inviting us here. We came to Cafe Frida. It was pretty
Garden.
good, even though they took an hour to give me my avocado toast. But whatever.
It's cute though. I
It's
like
really
it. It's
cute.
vibey.
I like it.
Make
So-
sure to send us your Cheeseman Confessions book reviews at sisterhood.confessions1@gmail.com. And until next time,
Bye.
bye.